Okay, page 4. Yes, last page of the review for the first test, Unit 0. Translate and solve. What number is 450% of 568? What number is 450%? What is that as a decimal? The decimals here multiply or divide it by 100, you get 4.5. You move it 2 places, right? Of is a multiplication symbol, and 568. So really all you have to do is find out what 4.5 times 568 is. That's 2,556. You can make this an x, what number, x equals, okay? If you use the formula, there's one that says percent over 100 equals, there's different words for this part. Some people call this the part and the whole. Some call it a base and an amount, whatever. This would be 4.5 over 100. Excuse me, not 4.5. If you're using this method, what people like about it is you just put the percent over 100, whatever the percent is, and then think about it. The big number is the whole, and we want to know what part, try again. I don't use this method, sorry. Some people use this method. This is the part, and we're looking for the whole, okay? And they use cross multiplication to find that. So x equals the 5.6 you're looking for. Okay, so there's different ways to do that. I prefer to just look at the equation. What number is the x? Is always an equal. Put the percent as a decimal. Of is always multiplication. And then that's the number there. Okay, so this number is what percent of 520? Okay, 338. So this looks a little funny. I would turn it around to 520x, divide by 520, oops, and you get x equals 65.65. And remember, if that decimal, if you do it this way, this decimal needs to be multiplied by 100, so you get 65%. If you do it the other way, it's what percent is, think about it, 338 is what percent of, so 338 is the partial number, and 520 goes there, okay? And you cross multiply to solve. That's the answer to that one, okay? All right, Tim bought a sleeping bag for a sale price of $24. That was the sale price. That was the final price. The original price was $40. What was the discount rate? So I would go $40 minus $24 would be $16. So $40 times what percent is what they're looking for equals that $16. Okay, so all you have to do is divide by 40 and get 16 divided by 40 is 0.4 times 100 will give you the 40%. Okay, check that. So if you have $40 and you multiply by 0.4, you'll get your $16 off. Okay. There's a couple of ways to do that. Just make sure you're showing some work for that. Okay. Simple interest. Simple interest is I equal PRT. Principal, rate, and time. Principal is the amount of money you start with. Rate is always your percent turned into a decimal. and time is the number of years. And that gives you the interest. That doesn't give you the new balance. That gives you how much interest you have made over time. So I equals 800 times 0.09 times 5. That gives you 360. If they want the balance, be careful. If they want the balance, add the 800. And that's the new balance. Okay? But the amount of interest is what this question wants. Make sure you read these completely. Let's see, a new energy drink is 106 calories for 8 ounces. This is how I do these. I put them as a fraction. First one's on top, second one's the denominator, and then it's looking for calories. Okay, and since I decided to put them on top on the first one, it needs to be on top over here over the 12 ounce. A couple ways you could do this from here. You could find out 12 divided by 8 is 1.5, so 8 times 1.5 to get this number here. 106 times 1.5 is 159. That would be the answer. The other way would be cross multiply. The 106 times 12 equals 8x divided by 8 divided by 8. This is going to be x equals 159. Okay? That makes sense. Look at it. You have a 8 ounce is 106. 12 ounces should be a bigger number, so that seems like it's right. Okay? Find a volume of a cone with a height of 11 feet and a radius here. Here's the formula. V equals, and I like to write these this way. There's a 3 on the bottom, and all this stuff is over 1. Okay, so I write that at the top. And orders of operations takes over there. You must find out what 6.1 squared is first. All right, multiply all that, divide by 3, and you're going to get this number. Oops. And I think it keeps going, but apparently I need to round it to the hundredths, which is here. So my final answer, and a volume is in cubic feet. Okay.